Greetings guys, welcome to December's reading for Virgo. Hey, thank you for joining me. Thank you to all new subscribers and welcome as well. This is the last reading of the decade, Virgo. So we are about to embark onto this journey into the unknown, into the 20s of the 21st century. Life has changed dramatically in the last decade, even in that 10-year period. So I think you can expect more of the same, but even faster. So things will be unfolding that we really have no concept of or no idea about. We're also on the cusp of traversing out of the zodiac sign of the Piscean age into the Aquarian age. And with this comes vast and mass deep change. Now, just briefly, astrologically, December, the month of December, holds with it some of these perspectives, but these are just the tip of the iceberg in terms of astrological intensity. On the 2nd of December, Jupiter enters Capricorn. On the 12th of December, there's a full moon in Gemini. We also have Chiron going direct that day. The next day is Friday the 13th of December. We have the Capricorn zodiac sign beginning on the 22nd of December. We also have the winter solstice for the northern hemisphere in that day, but it's the summer solstice down here for us, my favourite day of the year. We have Christmas Day on the 25th, and we have a new moon and solar eclipse in Capricorn on the 26th of December. So we are exiting the year under the energy of eclipses. Consequently, that is how we will be beginning the new year 2020. Now, eclipses work on our shadow side. They bring to the surface things that we have either not been facing or been uncertain about, or have had trepidation or fear around as well. They make us face difficult situations or circumstances, relationships, health choices and directions in life. So you can see it's a fairly full-on start that will be coming. The other thing is we're just moving out of the Scorpio energy. The Scorpio portal is always connected to the celestial, to the spiritual, to cosmic energies. It makes it very easy for us to do this at these particular timelines in the year, because the spiritual energy is activated and the veils are very thin. Now, as we move into December and we reach that Sagittarius line, we are also entering festivities of the Christian religion and the energy of the white light, the Christed white light. So again, the doorway or portals are quite often open for people to access ascended master energy, high vibrational frequency energy, and doorways into the spirit world. So there is a lot of energy that traverses the planet at this time of the year. Consequently, quite a lot of activity can take place, I guess you could say, for want of a better word. Now, before we start your reading, I've done some intuitive work for you, and you got this little mantra that arrived for you. You can choose to use it in the month of December or taking you into 2020 as well. And this is what the message came for you. I see my patterns and make changes without embarrassment or guilt. So that is a little bit of a harsh one, I guess, in many ways. I think it's suggesting to you guys that there might be some things that you want to change or edit. But just while I'm thinking about it, remember to check your moon and rising signs as well, because these are all very unique readings this month, as were last month's. They're quite individual. You also got the number 9, and the number 9 is about endings. Also, the number 3 turned up, which is divisible, of course, by 9, or vice versa. I got the message the end of a cycle and is coming for some of you, and maybe a long cycle. So the end of a long cycle, I get the feeling of going back in time, taking you back. What have I got here? Take you back, rearrangement. Then we've got the words green heart and relationships. And then I've put in a box, look to patterns for answers. So there's something about following patterns for answers if you are seeking for answers or guidance on anything in particular. I'm not sure what that will mean for you guys, if it has any relevance or meanings, or if you can ponder upon it and utilize those words that came at all. But this is for Virgo for December for 2019, the last reading for the decade. What is it you would like them to focus on and think about, please? What are we telling Virgo? What is their best advantage to know, understand, meditate on at this point? That's nice. The Ace of Rods. Everyone loves an ace. The more aces, the better. It's often tied in with career, creative abilities, passionate things that you're passionate about. It could be insinuating that there is something coming, there is a new idea or concept that you might be working on, partnering up with, contemplating in terms of a career. You know, the aces are all about new beginnings, and death is all about new beginnings. So 2 cards for you guys on the cusp of a brand new decade that are insinuating this new beginning, new ideas, new concepts. And of course, this message that you got that said, I see my patterns and make changes without embarrassment or guilt. So perhaps there's something coming that needs to be completely cleaned out. It could be personal in terms of things like diet or addictions, or something negative that you've been allowing to take hold, or allowing an energy to defeat you or to deflate you one way or another. So this new passion, this new opening, this new portal, this new timeline that could be coming in for you guys might represent, or for some it could represent health changes. For others it might represent career changes or monetary changes or passionate changes in life. Let's keep going. What is the rest of these? What are the rest of these messages for Virgo? He's come out on the horizontal. It means definitely this is taking place, it's forming. And the Hanged Man tells us about the fact that things are hanging in limbo, quite literally, because that's what he is doing there. So something is taking its time to evolve or take shape, or maybe you're taking your time to make this decision, or you're having trouble coming to an agreement or an understanding or a certain decision or pathway. The Hanged Man, without doubt, tells us we are at a crossroads in life and we are contemplating, do we go left or do we go right? All 3 of these cards technically could be inferring some sort of new beginning, some sort of new direction. This card can also be a timing card, in as much that it can mean things are not happening quite as quickly as you might like it either. So there could be a timing delay. It could be associated with these new beginnings that you are either entering into or are coming into reality. There may be a delay with them. You've got 2 major arcanas and an ace. I mean, this is pretty big stuff here, Virgo. This could be something to get excited about. The 2 of Wands, often in terms of career, prospects, directions, opportunities, partnerships. Some of you may be contemplating a career change. Some of you may be completing the end of a career cycle. So he's definitely looking to the future and making plans. And there's more. That card is also often about career, getting an award or recognition. I was thinking this could have been for some of you when you've finished something like a diploma or a graduation and you are pondering your new direction and where you are going. Some of you might be pondering moving away from where you live to take a job or career change overseas. And it might be in terms of research. Some of you are going into research work of some sort. This is a positive affirmation on your diligence, on what you have learned. Somebody is honouring you for your work or produce or production. You are receiving accolades, and sometimes this might be a public accolade as well. So some of you might be having something published, or your name might be brought into the public arena. This can also be reference of a financial reward or gain, such as a pay rise or a back pay or a dividend. And it can also be working with 3 people in a project. It can definitely mean success with exams, so passing exams. This is quite a controlled reading, and even the way I've placed the cards, we've lost the Hanged Man. He got buried under these cards, which have taken the front row. So the timing underneath these two might still be relevant. This might still be coming, or it might be referencing a time in 2020 is my gut feeling here for you guys, where this either takes action or you're heading out to this new adventure or new journey or partnership or research or possibly charity work, but at a higher level. So Virgo, what else have we got in store? Because if this is not about career, then it's possibly about something you're very passionate about in your life, which again could be any area for any of you. Oh, goodness. Well, that was a whole lot that have jumped out. I don't like him, and he has kind of made himself known. When he turns up, he can be global, and is saying as much that there can be a global corruption going on, and you could be somehow involved. This can be computer fraud. They can take your personal identification. If you were traveling, you might have something stolen, such as a passport or your bank cards. That happened to me when I was traveling in June of this year, actually. It can be a cautionary tale to watch out that someone around you is not actually behaving in the best interests, and they can sometimes have their own motive or ulterior devices going on in the background. They may look all good and healthy and supportive, but they're thinking more of themselves. He's a very selfish person, this guy, and he's quite egotistical. So this can be at the personal level or at the global level, and you could be involved one way or another. If he's in business, just watch out for some of these business dealings that are around, especially new propositions that you might be considering. He could be one of them if you have more than one choice. So do your due diligence and find out if he's worthy to have you or not, because generally he's not. Sometimes this is yourself behaving in a manner that is a little bit beneath your own integrity values and your own consciousness. So it's a card that talks to us about being honest and clear with our desires and our behavior. It's about being upfront and you're being honest and diligent. So I didn't know if all of these cards should have come out, and we have got the Empress. She is very much an earth sign energy like yourself, like Virgo, another major arcana. The new moon is being referenced down here. This could be the moon that we've talked about in December with the eclipse. It may be a different moon energy. It could also be cycles of the moon, which is about our emotions. It's about our physicality in terms of hormonal balances. It's about keeping emotions in balance. But she works from the heart. She has a lot of beautiful heart energy going on in the middle there. So there is a degree of love, respect, tranquility, happiness being at one with earth, and you are the earth sign, spending time outdoors and connecting with the earth and being grateful for it and giving gratitude and thanks. She is also a sign of fertility. She's also possibly a sign of new intimate relationships, or the balancing and harmony of current intimate relationships that you have in your life. So the lotus flower that she carries up here is the fertile sign, so conception and pregnancy is sometimes a possibility when she's around. But making sure that you do give yourself time and pleasure and enjoyment, feeling at one and being peaceful and in harmony will benefit you as well. For some of you, there's a message here about your heart, your physical heart health. Make sure you've checked it and make sure it is being looked after. Oh, wow. I did get the feeling you would get another ace, because I said at the beginning, you know, you've got it. I think I said you've got an ace, the first of one. These two in harmony together, it's beautiful. It's all about love, and love at every level. You know, this Ace of Cups, again, we've got the repetition of the same flower. So there's a great fertility of something going on in your life. This is conception, newness, the birth of something. And we've seen the birth of all this right with the first two cards you got up here, these new energies, these new fundamental feelings or directions or projects coming into your life. And you've finished this deck with this newness again with another ace. So two aces in a reading and so many major arcana cards. You're on the cusp of something big going on in your life. There's no doubt about it. This ace is one of the most cherished and beloved because it's the energy of our emotions in the term of positivity, love, protection, spiritual awakening and awareness. This is kind of like the angelic vibration coming through, and this is the celestial energy of the cosmos. So something new coming into your life, being brought in from the energy of love and compassion and support. Some of you, there's a pregnancy. Some of you, there's a childbirth. Some of you, there's a new relationship coming. And for some, it's romantic relationship. For others, it's the rebirthing of your current relationship, the harmonizing it, the balancing of it, bringing new energy into it with absolute love and compassion. There's a huge amount of love in this reading, which is what we all seek in many ways. But there's also this huge amount of new concepts and ideas and like it coming in. It's coming in from somewhere else, not from this plane of awareness. So it might come to you through the mind, it might come to you through dreams, it might come to you through spiritual awakenings or dimensions. A whole shift of energy is possible, and it's beautiful energy. And we haven't even mentioned the Queen, but really she just embellishes. She's very similar to the Empress and very similar to this. All of these energies are replicating themselves. So not only have you received it once, you've received it in not duplicate, you've received it in triplicate. Oh, someone might be having triplets even. There's a lot of overall love, and it's love for yourself as well, but this is very much about loving yourself, loving who you are, loving the light around you, loving the energy you produce, feeling love towards others and being a supportive, caring companion to others, but also having that coming back to you. Some of you may meet a person like this. She could be a new friend, she could be already a family member. She's often a water sign person, and she just brings in again the energy of love and compassion and support, friendship, nurture. Really, really beautiful. The only glitch in the matrix, the glitch in the matrix was this one here. But I feel he's stifled by the amount of positivity that is around with the other cards. So for Virgo, what else would you like them to focus on? You've certainly been giving them the optimum thought wave that is to surround themselves in love, to surround themselves in light, positivity, newness, new projects, new beginnings, new dawn, new decade, new everything. Oh, that's beautiful too. So you've got now, to top it, you've got Archangel Raphael coming in. So we've got this beautiful celestial presence of energy moving through these graceful cards of love and harmony and support and nurture and ideas and concepts and conception. And then you have Raphael coming through the heart chakra. Everything about these is the heart, because this is where we feel love. This is where love emanates from. And Raphael is just enhancing it even more for you. So choose to use Raphael at any times where you fear something, or where you feel unbalanced, or where you feel someone may be doing an injustice to you, or if there's negative energy, if any of you are traveling and you feel threatened by a mysterious person or a bad energy, bring Raphael in for immediate support and strength as well. Now, for some of you, this is the second message I'm getting about the heart. Some of you may have had heart disturbances. They may have been heart pain, as in you've lost something or someone. Some of you may have lost a beautiful relationship in the past, but this is the cycle I talked about, like a long cycle that is being let go. And you're allowing it to be let go and looking back on patterns and finding how to resolve it and allowing newness to come back in. So a healing could be taking place for your heart, for some of you, at emotional levels. And that's the gift of this beautiful Ace of Cups as well. An amazing healing energy coming in. Raphael seems to dominate even more this energy of healing and calm. He's putting a slight green tinge through the reading and amplifying the green peace and the green heart energy. For those of you who have physical heart problems, some of you may need to have something physically done. There may be an operation for some of you. There may be a dietary change. Some of you may be sad about a loss, and it might be the loss of a loved one. So the passing of someone recently that has brought heart pain, and so there's healing coming in for that as well. But there just seems to be this underlying and undenying love in the reading. They're focusing on love for you guys, and what nicer and what more, oh my gosh, what more do any of us want other than to be surrounded with the vibrational frequency of love, because it is the penultimate protector and nurturer. It's the gift of life. It's what this life is all about. So now you have this man holding a heart. Some of you, there is romance out there, and some of you, this is a new romance. And if it's not new, then someone loves you dearly. This could be someone you haven't seen for a long time and you are reconnecting with them. He feels very familiar, as if he's almost like a friend who's been overseas and you're going to see him again, or possibly like a son for some of you. It may not be a real son, but it's like him coming back, returning home. There's a returning home for some of you. Even though this is new, something's changed. Is it he's coming home, or he's given up something and he's coming back? Some of you have lost him. You thought you might have lost him for good, but he's coming back. And for some of you, this is a visit that he's coming to with his heart on his sleeve. Or wow, the love in this is amazing. This is lovely for you guys, Virgo. The Virgo energy. I can't even get it out right. I'm all asunder with love. Okay, what more? Just another one maybe for Virgo from this deck. The thinking woman. The thinking woman could often be yourself. Virgos are very thinking. You might be applying thought to a situation, or you have been thinking a lot about strategies or directions or moving forward or propositions or a project that you are working on. And we saw that at the very beginning with the Ace of Rods and the Two of Wands that came in. They are very much about thinking, you know, opportunities, creativity, and so is the Three of Pentacles. So this is going back more to this dynamic idea or prospect that you guys had at the beginning. It seemed to start off there, intermingle itself with this amazing prospect of dynamic energy surrounding you for this month of December, upon which you can do so much with and pull in a lot of healing capacities with. And then we've ended up full circle back again at the thinking strategy. So whether or not these relationship energies or the love energy is tied up into these new paradigms or creative ideas that you've got is yet to be seen, but for some of you it may well be. And I often think of, again, this is accreditation, it's passing exams, diplomas, creating something new, formatting businesses, partnerships and liaisons. Let's see then something else just briefly, because that really was very, very lovely. Just to finish off for Virgo, for the end of the decade. What a wonderful way to finish off. It's kind of like going out with fireworks, isn't it? To see such beautiful energy. And as of course, if you go out with fireworks, that's how you're starting the new year. With this wonderful energy and action and desire and potentiality being fulfilled. And just remember, if you have been in a place where there's been negativity, whether it's ill health or lack of money or lack of romance or lack of friendships or lack of trust or lack thereof, these cards are giving you the opportunity to see into a different timeline or a different possibility where you have to activate these positives and take, you know, jump in and activate them, get them moving. Unlike these cards, which are not jumping in or activating anything. Okay, one more little shuffle, otherwise we'll put these away. Okay, none for you guys out of that deck. We'll come over to this last deck then. This is for Virgo. They almost want me to just stop at this, I get the feeling, but you know me, I'll keep going a little bit longer. And the family is around. I had the feeling that the man with the heart on his sleeve had something to do with family one way or another. And family is perhaps on your mind, involved in some of this. There's a healing potentiality when the family card comes out, so allowing for some sort of healing. And we had Raphael, and he heals at the highest level, and he heals through the heart energy, which is allowing for compassion, trust, empathy, sympathy, and love, again, within all of these boundaries. There might be some healing for children involved as well. For some of you, if there are children in your family that need a little bit of support or love at this time. In fact, some of you may even be involved with children who have heart issues. But there's so much love around, and there is potential for healing here. So one more for Virgo. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Listen and ask. They seem like polar opposites. So both, listen and ask. If you ask first, if you're asking for anything with help from the universe, from the celestial realm, remember then to listen, to hear the answers coming. And listening takes on many different ways. And it says stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desire's manifestation. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. And remember, I talked to you about that when I said to you the Empress was peace and gratitude and harmony and sitting outdoors or with Gaia in a receptive state to hear the things that you have asked for in terms of receiving answers. So don't forget to ask, because a lot of people forget that and then they wonder why they don't get what they're wanting. You actually have to physically put a request in. So once you have asked, you must listen, because you may hear the answers in ways that you never expected or least expect, but you are definitely going to hear answers to your questions, and you are going to find ways forward with this whole new journey of deep feeling of love, of new opportunities in terms of health, especially for a lot of you, in terms of relationships, and for some of you in terms of career ideas and propositions. So this has been a reading that has covered off so many different perspectives. It's offered you a lot to start the 2020s with. So I think it's been a really encouraging reading in so many ways, Virgo. So yeah, best of luck with everything as you jump into 2020 surrounded by such amazing, wonderful vibrational energies. Thanks for subbing the channel. Thanks for leaving your comments. The whole community love to read the comments. And check your moon and rising signs. Have a wonderful, happy new year, everyone, and really embrace this new fast-paced decade that's coming in. Much love. Namaste.